when we look at what you can do to the vehicle, describe maybe what if somebody didn't go to SEMA and see the vehicle there, what do you what are the characteristics of the vehicle? I know that mine's uses an MB7 engine. It's got a 6-speed, right, manual transmission. What else is
Yeah.
unique about it? There's a lot of carbon fiber as well.
Yes. A lot of the body parts are carbon fiber. But what's unique about our cars is that the MB7 engine is a unique engine that's built for us by Minds. The uniqueness of our cars compared to, let's say, a stock R34 GTR is that we focus more on response, which is also a concept with Minds. Response rather than power. So, 650 is a lot of power, I think. But still, we more or less concentrate on balance, response. So it's about acceleration more than top speed. So you're going to feel that when you get into the driver's seat and drive the car, because it's the engine is really responsive. We also changed the suspension, although we don't really change the geometry of the suspension. The cars are very very nimble for the weight of the car.
Brakes are from AP Racing, 6 pot
Yeah.
in the front, 4 in the rear, right?
Yes.
Brembos as well.
Yes. On the cars that we built and taken to SEMA, yes, the brakes were APs.
Okay. And carbon air intake duct, fuel delivery pipe. I mean, we're getting very technical, but there's some really high technology aspects to these vehicles. There's an ECU system. I mean, these are all things that if you own the vehicle and you did this on your own in your backyard and it took 2 years to do it, you might come up with some similar things, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of the things that we do to our car are actually, some of them are fairly common, but still it's difficult to do as an individual. Also, let's say, exterior parts. We make some original exterior parts but with dry carbon. So trying to get something done with working with materials like dry carbon, it's really difficult as an individual to do. Also, on the engine side, there are parts that are readily available if one wanted to acquire one. Let's say the airflow meter. We actually use one from an R35 GTR, which is a more current modern car.
And updated bodies, carbon fiber components, front bumper, hood, mirrors, doors, trunk, right? Carbon trunk lid and side skirts. You're also considering too, right?
Yes, side skirts we are developing.
Okay. Yeah. And really you're constantly test fitting these things to make them better. Are you getting advice from people? Did people stop by the SEMA stand and say, "Hey, here's what I think you should put on this vehicle"?
Yes, a lot of people do that. Yeah,
Do they?
they ask like, why.
What'd they say?
Well, let's say, yeah, the side skirts is a good example. I mean, the cars that we displayed at SEMA didn't have any aftermarket or different side skirts. So they were asking us why we haven't put one on, and they were a lot of people were saying that the car had an original bumper, had a front diffuser, the rear had a rear diffuser, but something was missing in the middle. So when they look at the car from the side, so yeah, people were suggesting us to produce.
You were taking notes at the show.